Hello YouTube fam, how you doing? This video is going to be for the earth signs and I am going to start with Capricorn. Okay, so Capricorn, the full moon is happening in your 12th house. I don't like full moons in the 12th house. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just don't like it. Okay, because full moons in the 10th house, it just means something gigantic betrayal. Okay, now you take it as it resonates with you. Okay, but 12th house, a full moon in a 12th house, something is going to end. Okay, and it's going to be extremely disruptive. It's going to break your heart. Yeah, and it's going to be shocking and very disruptive. Now, it could be either from your end or somebody else. Once again, I don't know what your situation is, but this is obvious. When I look at the sky and what's going on around you, Capricorn, it's, although you're your cardinal sign, okay, and Jupiter is in your opposite sign in Cancer, but it's opposite, so they're going to be opposition in your 7th house. Okay, it's like your partner, whoever that partner is, whether business or romantic, is going to be very empowered, is going to be very strong, and there's going to be a power struggle between you and your partner. I see that there is blessing coming into your 7th house, okay? But it's going to be towards your partner, whether a business partner, romantic partner, or it could be even your enemy. And it's going to be very triggering for you. Now, this full moon in your 12th house squaring the nodes of faith and karma, North Node and the South Node. And the South Node is in an earth sign which trines with you. There's also Saturn, your ruler, in your 4th house, creating some sort of challenges because it's an angular house and it's your ruler, but it's in your 4th house. Okay, so there is challenges there. It's squaring you, and it's squaring also your 7th house. What is going on, Capricorn? I see drama going on in your 4th house and your 7th house. The 4th house is the house of the family, okay? It could be between your parents and your spouse. It could be some sort of obstacles towards your growth. It could be also somebody who's very, very, very toxic in the 4th house is just stirring your or pushing your buttons, okay? I see also that as though there's something hidden, secretive, okay? it's going to be as though you're keeping a secret. Well, we've already talked about the 12th house, that there's something, hidden enemies or secrets that's going to create disruptive change. Like it's going to create some sort of hostility, confrontation. I see in particular, it's going to affect your partnership sector, your 7th house. Taurus, which is another fellow earth sign, joining with you. However, there's Uranus there, which is the ruler of your 2nd house. And it's creating a square with Mars in your 8th house. That screams to me that there is going to be separation or cutting cords with a shared resource or a source of income that's coming from either a partner, or it could be from a government, or I don't know, or it could be a loss. Okay? Now, when I say cutting cords or whatever, doesn't mean that you're doing that. I don't see that you're doing it. I see this because this is the 2nd house from your 7th house. Okay? Meaning, the 7th house is the house of your partner, your partnership sector, right? So their 2nd house, that's their house of income, which is your 8th. Okay? So it's like a partner. It could be a business partner. It could be your job. It could be also your spouse is cutting you out from something, from a source of income that they used to provide. Okay, now it could be due to separation, could be due to a big fight, it could be due to that secret that was revealed and that pissed them off. Okay, it could be you've been waiting for a legal matter that's going to fail. It's not going to go to your favor. So whatever, I don't know, spousal support or child support is going to be, it's going to be, you're not going to get it. As simple as that. You are not going to get it. I don't know. Okay, so there's the North Node there in your 3rd house. Saturn in your 7th house. Just give me 1 second. Sorry guys, I'm just so what I was saying, that Uranus in your 5th house, I don't know what he's talking about. Anyways, Uranus in your 5th house. So it feels like you have been in some sort of relationship, okay? But there is going to be some sort of hostility with that person, or I feel like there's, because Uranus is obviously something disruptive that's going to happen, okay? So there, and I mentioned that at the very beginning, I feel like there's something disruptive that's going to happen, okay? You could have had some sort of agreement or contract or prenup or whatever, okay, with this person. And I don't know why I feel that's related to a business partnership, okay? It is related to a business partnership. But it's not going to go through. It's just not. There is like a sudden and shocking disruption. It's going to happen. Once again, it's like you're going to be cut out from some sort of financial resource, okay? I do see that you're dealing with some karmic situation. The sun is in your sixth house, like that's what the full moon is. The moon is one's house and the sun is going to be in the opposite house, okay? And the full moon is in your 12th and the sun in your sixth house, triggering one another, opposition. Yeah, I don't want to repeat myself. I don't want the reading to go long and long, because I do see that there's something going to be exposed. That's it. Something going to be exposed. Let me pull some oracle cards for just to have an idea what kind of obstacles that you're dealing with. Yeah, I feel like there is something very, or some sort of attachment, unhealthy attachment. I feel that's going to end, but it's going to end on negative notes. Let's put it this way. It's not going to end on positive notes. It's going to end on negative notes. I feel like somebody's playing games or being manipulative, kind of mind games. Now, this could be your energy or somebody else's energy, somebody else you're dealing with. But I'm not gonna lie to you, Capricorn, Saturn is your ruler, and I have mentioned that before, okay? I have mentioned that before. Look at how the cards came out. So it's like I get playing games, I get fated to be alone. Let me pull tarot cards and then we're gonna read the entire thing. Let me just, because I don't want, just give me 1 second here. Okay. Eight of Swords. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so one more card for Capricorn. Two cards, actually, or three cards. Yeah, three cards came for Capricorn. Okay, so let's see the oracle cards. Judgment. Fated to be alone, losing yourself, playing games, and addiction. And I just, look guys, addiction doesn't need to be necessary. It's the devil energy. It doesn't have to be addiction to drugs. It could be some sort of unhealthy attachment. It could be also addiction or being addictive or addicting to bad habit. Okay, but for some of you it's literally addiction to pleasures and desires, and it's just like the devil energy. Okay, spending money, some sort of drugs, and so on and so forth. Okay, for some of you I feel that's the case. For others I feel it's pleasures and desires and unhealthy attachment. I do feel it's related to your relationship with a partner. Now, this partner, okay, I don't know, Capricorn, I do feel cheating, okay, and betrayal here. I do see that some of you was in a, no, that doesn't have to relate to everybody, okay, but there is a few there that there was betrayal, okay, due to like somebody's married and is cheating on his spouse or her spouse. Okay, you are in a relationship with somebody else, a third party dynamic, a triangle, and this is going to be exposed, okay, revealed. For others, I feel like you have been in a relationship that you're seeking pleasures and stuff like that, but that partner, because Uranus is in your 5th house, and there was like a plan to have some sort of agreement between you and this person. Maybe you were trying to tie the knots, and you probably were trying to sign a prenup or something like that, and then that fails because there's, once again, something exposed, something came to the surface, okay? And it's going to be, I see that there's hostility, there is a fight. I see somebody's playing games and being manipulative. You don't need to play games to keep the right one interested in you. See this? You don't need to. This is the second card that flipped out. Losing yourself. You feel lost in your partner. It's okay to be yourself and have your own life too. So somebody is using somebody else and playing games, taking advantage of the other person. Fated to be alone. You gave up on love because you think you are meant to be alone. Somebody feels alone. There is a judgment here, which is technically, it's like a judgment day, okay, or day of judgment. Don't be too quick to count someone out. Be open and give them a fair chance. So it's like you're judging somebody or somebody's judging you, okay? Or making a hasty, impulsive judgment towards somebody. You got the Eight of Swords. It was the first card that flipped out, okay, or jumped out from the deck upside down, okay? And this is being or having anxiety, sleepless night, worrisome, like very much worried about something. Keep thinking about it. You don't know what the results are, and it's keeping you up all night. Mental anguish, literally. You don't know what's going to happen. You got the Six of Swords. Somebody's leaving somebody, okay? Four of Pentacles, exactly. There's unhealthy attachment, addiction, and Four of Pentacles. To me, this is literally the energy of the devil, okay? Unhealthy attachment, not giving up. The Magician. Maybe, look, and it came under the playing games, and you saw me, guys, when I shuffled the cards, I just put them random, like I put them the way I feel like I don't know, I'm guided to do it that way, and it just came, the Magician under playing games. So somebody literally is being manipulative. I don't see this as a positive energy. This is very negative. Somebody is being very controlling, manipulative, okay, and gaslighting the other party. For some of you, I see and I feel it doesn't have to resonate with everybody, okay? I just feel like somebody is doing some sort of there's dark energy, okay? Somebody's doing okay, I'm just gonna say it like black magic, okay? And now, once again, it doesn't have to be with everybody. Nine of Wands, and look, do you see the devil here? Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands, usually it means perseverance, patience, standing your grounds, fighting for what you're entitled for. But here, I feel with the devil's head on top of this person, okay, and this person is looking, it's like somebody's trapped, literally, in a jail or a mental anguish. I feel somebody is like trapped in some sort of unhealthy attachment or unhealthy situation that they don't know how to exit that situation. They don't know how to be released or relieve themselves from this situation. Okay? There could be somebody is holding something against you, or you're holding, because this is your energy, Capricorn, okay? This reading is for you. But if you are a cross watcher and watching for a Capricorn, then you're dealing with this person, okay? Or it's your energy. You take it whatever it's applicable to you. I'm not sure who I'm connecting with, but I do feel that somebody is involved in a relationship, as though like somebody's holding something against you, and you don't know how to be relieved or be released even. It's like that devil is watching over you, is controlling you, and you're just scared. You don't know what to do. Page of Wands, and oh my goodness, and look, it's like all these demons are chasing you. What the hell is going on, Capricorn? And my goodness, and you got the Tower. Okay. I don't know. Like, what is going on, Capricorn? And you got you're trying to escape, you're trying to flee, you're trying to get away from this, but you just can't. You're stuck. I feel it's a situation. you're deliberately, by your own choice, put yourself into this situation. And I don't know, I just feel for few of you, it's a criminal activity, literally. It could be related to drug trafficking, or it could be, I don't know, sex trafficking. That doesn't have, once again, to be resonating with everybody. So now look, I don't know who's gonna watch this video and which energy I'm picking up on, but I do feel that, okay? Now for others, it's a relationship, okay? It's a relationship that you're stuck in. It could be work. There could be some sort of theft or criminal activity, fraud at your work, okay? And you're involved into all of this and you don't know how to get out of this. My goodness. Oh my God, this is very dark energy. I really want to end the reading right here. I can't take it. I can't. This is very negative energy, Capricorn. Okay, now once again, this doesn't have to resonate with everybody. If it's not related to criminal activity, theft, fraud, sex trafficking or drug trafficking, then this is unhealthy relationship. Okay, I see gaslighting, manipulation. I see somebody stuck and they just don't know how to get out of this. Literally stuck. Like I don't see any liberation from this, okay? For some of you, it's literally addiction to drugs. You're trying to leave, you're trying to escape, you're trying to get away of this situation, but you just can't. You're stuck, you're stuck, you're stuck, you're stuck, you're stuck, you're stuck. Like, but there is a tower, okay? There is a tower moment. There is something that's going to be very disruptive, very shocking, okay? And let me tell you, it could be a police going to be involved, okay? For others, I see it's like look, demons. It could be a police are chasing somebody, okay? Or the gang. I see somebody is having a relationship or involved in some, once again, criminal activity, okay? So it's either the police are chasing you or gang members are chasing you, okay? But it could be also fears of being exposed. And I see something is going to be exposed, something going to be very disruptive is happening, okay? I'm just gonna leave it at that. Yeah. Sorry, Capricorn, that's your reading. Hello, Taurus. Okay, so Taurus, the full moon in Sagittarius is going to happen in your 8th house. Yeah, Scorpio is your 7th house and Sagittarius is your 8th house. And Uranus in your house is forming a square with Mars in your 4th, and the energy is building up. Look, I am not going to sugarcoat the reading, okay? I just did Capricorn, and I'm just gonna say it the way it is. Whether you watch, you leave my channel, I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna say it, okay? There is a big fight in the 4th house, in the house of the family. Okay, I see somebody's being kicked out or abandoned, okay? Yeah. Or it's either you or you're doing that to somebody in the family. A family member, okay? This full moon is squaring the North Node and the South Node. and opposition to the sun in your second house. The North Node is in your 11th house, and there's Saturn Neptune squaring Jupiter in your third house. Yeah. And Saturn and Neptune both are in your 12th house. You're dealing with some sort of karma, because I know what does Saturn mean in the 12th house, okay? And I mentioned that in my Saturn reading, Saturn into Aries. The worst placement is when Saturn enters in the first, 12th, or the 8th house. These are the worst placement for Saturn. This is word for word means somebody's dealing with karma and karmic debt, okay? Now, for some of you, I see that you're literally dealing with debt and it's coming up to payment and you just don't know how to pay it, okay? Some sort of loan or debt that you need to pay it off, but you don't have enough money to pay it. For others, it could be something because Uranus is causing, chaos in the house of the self, the house of your body, your physical body. So somebody is probably dealing with illness or something, okay? I just heard like somebody probably has done a cosmetic surgery and it went wrong. Yeah, Venus is in your house, but maybe when you did the surgery, you didn't do it when Venus is squaring Pluto, okay? But you could have done it when Venus was somewhere else. But also Uranus there. So, and Algol is in your house. So this literally tells me that somebody did a cosmetic surgery and it went wrong. It doesn't have to be all thorium, but for somebody, okay? So you're trying to beautify yourself or do something, but it literally went wrong. Once again, you're either trying to get a loan and you're being rejected, okay? And I'm not going to take all cards, but there could be somebody is trying to get pregnant, but there is miscarriage or something. I don't know. Or there's fear of losing the baby. There is ending, okay, to a source of income. And yeah, there is ending to a source of income. That's what the full moon in your 8th house. I don't see it coming. I see it ending, especially with Saturn in your 12th house. There could be somebody, or I don't know. Like, look, the Ten of Pentacles just, you saw how it came out, okay? It went in reverse. So this, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it. I see somebody is unable to pay their mortgage. And maybe the house is gonna be put in foreclosure. Yeah. Maybe it's due to divorce, separation, because that source of income that you were relying on, it was put on hold, okay? Yeah, there's just a loss of a gigantic amount of money, okay? But I see it's a house or a piece of property. Maybe you're trying to sell it, and something happened to it. So it's gonna cause a major loss, okay? For some of you, you were expecting to get inheritance, but you're not gonna get it, okay? Somebody's sick. Somebody is literally sick and is dealing with some illness, okay? There is a scarcity. There is scarcity. Ooh. Knight of Cups. I'm gonna take these two. Six of Swords, and then you got the Nine of Swords here. Six of Swords on the Three of Cups. Okay. Let's see all the cards. Not my type. Oh my God, and Judgment. What is going wrong? What's going on with Earth signs? I just did Capricorn and the energy is very extremely negative. And here's what I'm seeing, okay? I see a cosmetic surgery that went wrong. I see somebody is pregnant, but she's either having a miscarriage or she's worried that she's gonna lose the baby, okay? I see also somebody's heart is broken, or I see a broken heart, like what? Like it's a broken heart, okay? There's something, it says incomplete. A relationship that just started, but it just went sour. Somebody's hiding, and somebody is so scared of something. I see worry and anxiety about scarcity, loss of money. Maybe you got a news, for some of you, you got a news that you lost the property, or your mortgage, your house is going to be put for foreclosure. You're unable to pay your mortgage. Somebody lost an inheritance, thought that they're gonna get money that's gonna help them, or a loan that's gonna help them with their mortgage, but it was rejected, okay? I somebody is literally ill, okay? And I see also somebody's falling off, I don't know, falling and get injured. There's too much anxiety, okay? You are just unable to sleep. You're staying up all night, sleepless night, literally. Nine of Swords. Like, you're worried too much about something, too much. Worrisome, confusion, incomplete. Somebody is trying to jump ships, okay, before the ship is sinking. Maybe you were involved, or somebody's involved in something, or maybe you want to, leave the relationship, but you feel like you're stuck into this situation or this drama. You're having nightmares, okay? If it's not nightmares, you're being chased by somebody, maybe the bank. I don't know why I feel it's something related to money and bank. Yeah, I see somebody was spending money on frivolous things, like spending money on partying and indulging and stuff like that. And now you're stuck, like you don't know how to pay your bills, you don't know how to pay your mortgage. okay? Yeah, there's just too much fear of everything, okay? And somebody's literally hiding. I don't like Saturn in the 12th house. I'm not gonna lie to you. Jupiter in the 12th house is a little bit better, but Saturn in the 12th house, this is like, it's not even a hermit mode. It's like isolation, pain, karma, dark night of the soul, anxiety, dealing with the karmic situation that's literally very, very difficult situation, okay? Just, I feel like it's very similar to Capricorn story. There is loss of gigantic amount of money or asset. You need to understand that beauty is not about the looks. Beauty, it's inner beauty. Like, it's, I know Venus sitting in Taurus, but I'm sorry, that's what I see. I see somebody spend lots of money on cosmetic procedure and it did go wrong. The results were very disappointing to you. And I see somebody literally aborted her baby. Yeah, I see abortion. Somebody, yeah. And there's fights over between you and your spouse. Yeah, I see somebody has an abortion. Somebody is fearful of miscarriage, okay? But I see also somebody did have an abortion. And there's fight over it. You're just like stuck right now. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. For some of you, it's illness. It's illness. Like, look, Judgment and Four of Cups. And it's a chronic illness. Okay? For others, you're stuck in a situation that you don't know what to do. You're dealing with a karmic situation. As simple as that. Okay? That's what I have for you, Taurus. I'll see you in the next one. Hello, Virgo. Okay, so the full moon is in your 4th house, angular house. The North Node is in your 7th house. The South Node is in your house. And the Sun is in opposition to the moon, and it's in your 10th house. For some of you, there is some sort of finalization of something related to a family property. For others, there is some sort of ending to a family dynamic. The 4th house is the house related to the family, to your roots, to your place where you were born, to the mother's home, to your mother. For some, there's loss in the family. And it's a feminine, I mean, I don't know, mother, grandmother, older sister, whatever. I'm sorry to say that, but that's what I see. Okay? For others, I see gathering in the family home and being nostalgic and reminiscing on old days. Somebody's missing somebody. You're getting together, maybe, to deal with a family-related situation. It could be related to a property, or it could be related to inheritance. Everybody takes whatever that, applicable to him or to her, Okay, that doesn't, everything I said doesn't resonate with one person. For some, yeah. I see gathering, but it's not a gathering related to a party. It's rather a gathering related to discussion, or a gathering related to, like related to consoling somebody, or, reminiscing about somebody, or talking, chit-chatting, I don't know. Yeah. I feel that for some of you, Virgos are now very emotional due to this situation that happened in the family home. Okay? There could be also somebody left the family home due to getting married, or moving, or traveling, moving somewhere else, like far. If it's not a physical, like a death, okay, it could be moving to somewhere far, and you're going to be missing that person because you're not going to see them for too long. Okay? But I see that there's this gathering is the people who are getting together, they're talking about that person who is leaving, or left, or crossed over to the other world, or whatever. Okay? Yeah, I see lots of talks about that person. Now, Virgo, Jupiter is entering into your 11th house. Cancer is your 11th house, and it's sextiling with you. So I see you that you're going to be joining new groups, okay? And whoever that you're going to be joining, could be new friends, you're forming new friends, they are going to be very supportive for you. They're going to be supportive for you on all levels, on a financial and emotional level. Yeah, they're going to be very emotionally supportive to you. Very supportive to you. Okay? I see expansion in the house of friendship and groups. And this is the house of fortune as well. Okay? This is the house of fortune. So, and it's the second house from the 10th house. So for some of you, I see that your status is going to be elevated. You're going to have status in the community. Your public image is going to be, you're going to be recognized in the community, in the society, whatever, at work. There could be a promotion. And accordingly, that's going to bring fortune to you, which is in the 11th house. Or you're going to be getting some sort of promotion. Maybe your friends is going to help you in that. And even if you are getting promoted, the group that you're going to be working with, they're going to be very supportive. Like, you're going to be working with a new team, and they're going to be very supportive on all levels. And they will be they're going to be collaboration between the team members and support to one another. For some of you, Virgo, I see that you're going to, because look, the North Node is sitting in your 7th house, literally. I see marriage. I see somebody is going to support you, and that's going to help you in your life path. Yeah, I see somebody is going to help you. Saturn and Neptune in your 8th house. Now, okay, I do see that there's somebody in your 7th house is going to help you. It's either a business partnership or as a romantic partnership, okay? And you're going to be settling with this person, okay? Now, Saturn and Neptune in your 8th house, that tells me And I have mentioned that before. I don't like Saturn in the 8th house. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. The worst placement for Saturn is to be in the 1st, the 8th, or the 12th. I just said that to Taurus, and I said that in a previous Astro reading. Although I see some sort of financial support, okay? But I also see why I keep getting this card. This is so weird. Like pretty much I got it for Capricorn, I got it for Taurus, and now for you, Virgo. I'm just gonna put it back. If it came out, then it's meant for you earth signs, okay? I do see that they're going to be loss in the 8th house. Or there are going to be some false promises in the 8th related to your 8th house. So there could be somebody is like the partner is promising you of financial support or sharing their bank account with you or giving you their credit card. But I see this is not gonna happen. Oh wow, I'm gonna take all these cards. Okay, I'm gonna take all these cards. Now Saturn also is forming an opposition with Jupiter in your 11th house. So 8th and 11th, there's an opposition. So there could be somebody, maybe you're trying to move on from a situation or some sort of betrayal, and somebody from your past or I don't know, or somebody like was a partner for you. It's like you're owing somebody money. Or a friend that's chasing you for money you owe them. Because that's what the 8th house and the 11th house square. It's like somebody, you owe them money or there's debt. It could be from your friendship sector. It could be an ex. I see somebody's coming after you for debt. Okay, and that doesn't have to resonate with everybody. For others, I see like a source of income that's going to be taken away from you. Okay, or there's going to be a delay. If you're, let's say, you're trying to apply for something through the government, it's going to be rejected. Okay, it's not even a delay. It's going to be rejected. It's like you were promised or you were hoping for something to happen, but it's not going to happen. Okay, yeah, that's what I see with Neptune and Saturn sitting there forming an opposition, or sorry, a square to Jupiter in your 11th. Yeah, you were hoping for something but it is not going to happen. It's not going to come true for you. Okay, now for others, it's either you, but I see it like somebody, it's okay. Let's put it this way. It's either a friend is asking you for support, financial support, and you're going to cut them out, but Saturn and Neptune are in your 8th house. I'm not doing prediction, tarot now. I'm doing astrological predictions. It feels like you owe somebody else's money, not the opposite. You owe somebody money, and they're after you for their money. Now, once again, that doesn't have to resonate with everybody, okay? But regardless, I see Jupiter sitting in your 11th house. You are going to be meeting somebody, okay, through your friends, okay? And this person is going to be supportive. You got the 10 of Pentacles, and it is upright. It's funny, Taurus got it in reverse, but you got it upright, which is good. Okay, just to let you know, Virgo, I've done the signs based off elements. So right now I'm doing earth signs, and yeah, so I did Capricorn, Taurus, and now it's you. Yeah, so you really need to watch the now if you are a Virgo sun, then you need to watch your other signs, whether your moon, your rising if you know it, or a stellium in one house. Okay, so you really need to watch the other signs, whether they are water or air. Okay, so anyways, I do see relocation, and I do see that you're gonna get into a relationship through friends or through gathering. Okay, so it could be your friend's gonna introduce somebody to you, or they're gonna do like some sort of a romantic match, or they're gonna match you with somebody. Okay, or let's take these. Oh, you got the Chariot. That's good, Virgo. Your reading is so far much better than Capricorn and Taurus. Although I see some negativity, okay, and some confusion, but yeah. So, but anyways, even if your friends are introducing somebody to you, or or introduce you to somebody, okay, I do believe that you should take it one step at a time and not to rush, because I see that you're going to change your mind, or that person's going to change their mind. You're trying to settle, okay? You're trying to settle some sort of situation with somebody. It could be with the bank, or it could be with the person who you owe the money, or yeah. But I do see also that you're holding on some sort of past relationship, okay? And you're getting mixed signals. You're confused. You can't. You're rushing. You're trying to rush things, but it doesn't work that way. You really need to take it one step at a time. For some of you, Virgo, I see that you've been traumatized when you were a child, okay? Or you are currently being traumatized. Okay, I don't know. You take it away and you're trying to escape from that abuse. Some of you is subject to, domestic abuse. I'm so sorry. If you are, my heart goes to you, okay? But I do, somebody's being abused physically. I do, for some of you, see that you're going to get, quite frankly, I do mixed signals. Okay, I do, somebody's giving you, or you're giving somebody false promises. That's not gonna come to pass. It's gonna happen. For others, I see that you are going to get into a relationship with somebody who's older than you, just so that you get away or you escape the domestic abuse that you're subject to. Could be from the family, okay? It could be, I don't see it. Now, for some of you, it's a spousal abuse, but for some, I see it's a family abuse, like from family member. Yeah, I see a big fight at home, and you're trying to flee domestic abuse. Yeah. And quite frankly, I see you getting involved with the person who's really very much older than you are. Okay? Just so that you skip or you flee that domestic abuse. You're trying to settle. You're trying to, have stable home. I do see you crying. Yeah, I see some of you is crying. loss in the family, okay, and particularly mother. But for others, you're just fleeing your family home. You don't want to stay in that house anymore. And you've decided that's it. You're done. You're not going to stay in that home. But you're rushing things. You need to hold on. You need to take it one step at a time. As I said, for some of you, your friend's going to introduce you to somebody new, and you're trying to rush the relationship even before you heal yourself and you heal the previous relationship. Now, I do see you're working hard, okay? You're trying to save some money so you can settle down. But I see big fight in the either family. For some of you, it's a family home, and somebody's being abused, okay? Now look, Virgo, you could be the abusive, or you could be the one who's being abused, okay? For some of you, you're working more than one job so that you save money, okay? I see somebody's running away from their home, either a marriage or a relationship or a family home, because there's a big fight, there's abuse, there's domestic abuse, there's domestic violence. Okay, I see that very clear. Okay, look, 5 of Wands, tolerating abuse, and somebody is fleeing, running away from this abuse, from this violence. Okay, and it's in the family home. That's what I see, in the family home. Like you're trying to run away. But the thing is, some of you are running away, like that doesn't, once again, doesn't resonate with everybody. You could be running away from a relationship, but I see somebody's running away from domestic violence, okay? And it's going to be very tough. Your journey is going to be very tough. Either you gave false promises or somebody gave you false promises. Okay? Promises of money, promises of abundance, promises of this and that. It's not happening. It's not. Somebody's lying to you. And I see fight for that. You're fighting with somebody for that. And I'm going to say it again. For some of you, I see that you're going to get into a relationship and you're trying to rush it with somebody who's a lot older than you are, just for the sake of money, for the sake of stability, and settling down, and so you can have a place where to stay when you flee your family home, or that domestic violence that you're being subjected to. Okay? Be careful. Be careful. If you are dealing with some dark energy, be careful. It's going to backfire. Okay? And when I see that, because I see somebody is under, has very dark energy, okay? Or I don't know, dealing with some, like, unethical activity. I'm not gonna lie to you. That, once again, that doesn't have to resonate with everybody, but for some of you, you are under, I don't know, like very dark energy. And you are being, like, you are literally trapped in this dark energy. You see the devil here, head? This is the energy that's consuming you. And you are trapped in this. You're literally trapped. You can't rush love, okay? You just can't. So take it one step at the time, and hold your horses. Hold off. Okay? Because if you're trying to rush something, it's going to crumble. And as it came fast, it's going to leave fast. And the same speed. Okay? Now, if you're trying to get into a relationship for the sake of money, I see it happening for some of you. But as I said, you're rushing it. So, I know you're trying to settle. I know you're trying to find stability. You're trying to find love. But it's like, you're even like expressing yourself because you're rushing things. Be careful, okay, of false promises, of false hopes. Yeah, I see that in the future you're going to be meeting with somebody, okay, through friends. And that person is going to change your life. Either through friends, or through work, through group gathering. It could be even through family gathering. And that person is going to bring abundance into your life, Virgo, okay? I see that. But I don't know if it's going to happen right now. For the time being and during this full moon energy, I see that you're rushing something that you are not 100% positive about it. Like you don't know this person. You don't know them fully. But you're trying to rush things with them. Even before you heal a previous relationship. Okay? That's what I see for you, Virgo. Okay? I wish you best of luck. And I'll see you in the next one.